Mickey, Minnie, and Goofy Play Throw and Roll With You is the penultimate episode of Me and Mickey Let's Play Sports with ESPN, and this one is really pointless. It feels like filler, it feels like they ran out of ideas, and honestly, they could have done this as the previous episode, as this one I think is a little bit more comprehensive, it has a little bit more to offer, but because it doesn't offer anything new compared with the previous episode, it just feels pointless and it feels like a completely missed opportunity for them to focus on something different. The premise is simple, they're catching and rolling the ball. And this is what we covered in the previous episode, where we learned to catch the ball. There were some instructions on how to throw and how to catch, and the same is here, and we're just throwing the ball back and forth. It also did that thing that I hate from, I think, a few episodes ago, where the viewer is invited to throw an imaginary ball, and then the ball magically becomes a real ball when it's on screen between the other characters. It's a small thing, it's not a big issue, but I really hate it. But the fact here is that we're not learning anything new. It's not making it more inclusive or more accessible. The previous episode, because they were encouraging rolling the ball, that makes it a little bit more accessible for some viewers. Had they then expanded on that in some way, in this particular episode, and maybe offered something different, showed a different technique or a different approach, fine, fair enough. But that's not what happens. Instead, we just have the characters passing the ball back and forth, and it's completely pointless. It doesn't offer anything that the previous episode offered, and it's a shame, because they could have done something different. They could have done something that was more accessible, more inclusive. Unfortunately, they didn't. So it just feels like pointless filler. I assume they were commissioned for 10 episodes, and I guess they didn't know what else to do, so they did this. I don't know if that's actually what happened, but that's certainly what feels like is the situation here. On the flip side, the animation's gorgeous. No problems with that, other than the invisible or imaginary ball becoming a real ball. I hate it. It's a pet peeve. It's probably irrational. But other than that, the animation is a delight. One of my favourite moments was when the handy helper came along. It went off screen and Minnie waved it goodbye. It was just a small little moment, and I thought that was quite nice. So that works really well, but I guess judging it purely on its own, the whole catching and rolling and throwing, yeah, that's great. But if you're watching these back to back, we've covered those techniques. We've done that. All of that was in the previous episode. This one maybe fleshed it out a little bit more, but it was a really big missed opportunity to do something different or to adapt the throwing and catching to make it more inclusive. So on its own, absolutely fine. As part of the bigger picture, it's not great. The last episode I haven't watched, but I've seen the title. It does look like it might offer something different. We'll see how that goes. But for now, unfortunately, I don't think this is a great penultimate episode of Me and Mickey Let's Play Sports. Let's hope the last one's a little bit better.